now just talking about a little about our university. The university is one of the oldest university, and we are the ninth oldest university in the UK. When you talk about our campus, the university campus is about 23,000 students, with about 3,000 to 3,500 students being international. And also in terms of our university, as you all know that we are a Russell Group University, and a Russell Group University, we rank number 8 in the UK for our research intensive. Right, so when you now talk about the academics, we at the university broadly have 3 faculties, each faculty catering to different programs. As you see on the screen, we have faculty of arts, humanities and social sciences, we have faculty of engineering and physical sciences, and we have faculty of medicine, health, life sciences. So as a university, we cater to a lot of programs and we specialize in all of these. So when you talk about the arts, humanities and social sciences programs, we have programs in arts, we have programs in English, music, drama. When you talk about the management side, we have programs in economics, finance, human resource, marketing, business analytics, all of those. We are also very well known for law. We are very well known for law and politics. When you now move on to the engineering bit, we have programs in mechanical, aerospace, electronics, computer science, chemical, mathematics, really competitive to get admitted for psychology. And again, for Faculty of Medicine, Health, Life Sciences, Queen's is very well known for its pharmacy, nursing, medicine programs, and also biomed and biological sciences. So we will talk to you about these programs and the entry requirements, application, just in a little while. So I'm not sure of if anybody of you here today has been to Belfast before, but just for the sake of everybody's information, I would like to tell you where Belfast is and how do you really get to Belfast from India. So in terms of the connectivity, there are flights to Belfast connecting in various parts around the UK. When you talk about Belfast as a city, it is actually located in Northern Ireland, which has connectivity from London, Manchester, Edinburgh, Birmingham, all those places. And also it has connectivity by road from Dublin. So it's just 1 hour from Dublin and also 1 hour by flight from London. So in terms of anybody who's traveling from India, you can take connections in any of the major UK airports and take a connecting flight to Belfast, which is less than 1 hour. Now, when you talk about Belfast, Belfast is very well known for a lot of its historical things. One of the things that Belfast is associated with, as you see on the screen now, is the Titanic Museum. So Belfast has a long-standing history with Titanic. Titanic actually was built in Belfast and it started to sail from Belfast. So Belfast as a city is very attached, emotionally attached to the fact of Titanic, and so they have a memorial built in the city. And this Titanic Museum is visited by so many superstars, even Bollywood actors and actresses. When they are around, they visit this. By a matter of fact, and just pure coincidence, when we were in Belfast, I happened to meet Priyanka Chopra at the Titanic Museum. And when you talk about Game of Thrones, I'm sure most of you here have followed Game of Thrones and have watched the entire series. I would like to tell you that about 70 to 75% of the show was shot in Belfast, and it has all the places where it was built, and you can actually take a Game of Thrones tour while you are in Belfast. So you actually sometimes also happen to meet a few of the characters who have participated in the show. This is another site, which is this is Giant's Causeway. It is It is one of the famous, again, one of the famous tourist attractions in Belfast. And it is one of the World Heritage Sites, which is based out just in the outskirts of Belfast and is only about 1 hour by road. This is the city center. And after we've seen a few tourist attractions, what does, what really attracts students to Belfast and Queens is one, Belfast is one of the safest countries in the world. When you talk about Belfast as a city, it is the second, Northern Ireland as a country is the second safest country in the world according to the UN crime stats. And also Belfast across various researchers and various, the various rankings, Belfast is ranked as one of the lowest cities to live in the UK. When you compare Belfast, cost of living in Belfast to other places, be it London, Manchester, or Birmingham, your expenses will be way lower when you stay in Belfast. One of the reasons for low living cost in Belfast is also because Belfast is a smaller city, and as a university, Queen's is based right in the city center. So students really do not have a lot of cost to commute to the university. Even if you compare eating out, going to cinema, all those things are a lot cheaper as compared to London, and also your accommodation in Belfast is way cheaper if you compare to staying on campus at a London university or staying on campus at universities in main England. So when we talk about Queen's as a university, we are a very well-known university in terms of our research. We, like I mentioned before, we rank number 8 in the UK for our research intensity. We are a part of the Russell Group, and a Russell Group is basically a consortium of 24 elite universities in the UK, which are more focused on research, and which comprises of universities like Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial. They are all a part of the Russell Group family. And we as a university stand very strong in the Russell Group universities. When you talk about the employability, the university is very focused on creating and employable graduates. When we talk about employability, our main focus is to impart education which makes students more employable. And according to all our surveys that we've done in the past, 96% of our students, it says 94, but the figures have now changed, and it is 96% of our graduates get into employment within the first 6 months of graduation. So when you come to the university, you will be assured that you are given all the support from the careers and career center, wherein we have students also helping you to prepare your CVs. We have people who will conduct personal mock interview sessions with you, so just to make you more prepared and ready to face the industry right after you graduate. Again, employability, when we talk about employability, industry links are just hand in hand. When you talk about our industry links, this is just a snapshot to give you about all a few of our companies that we work with and where our students have been employed recently. When you talk about the industry links, we also have people from the industry coming to speak to you, to give you lectures while you are studying at the university, right? This is just to increase your network, and also to help you understand what are the requirements, what are the skills that you need to enhance once you graduate and enter the industry. So like I told you that we have 3 faculties at the university just a little while ago. These are a few of the top UG programs that we have and are very popular among students in India. So we've just put that on the list here. But we have many programs in each of those faculties. And if at all you have any more questions on any specific program, we can speak to you individually about that. But broadly, if you see here, like I told you, we have film studies, we have economics, English, law, in the arts, humanities. Again, all of these programs, there are different timelines for a few of our specialized programs. So specifically, if you've seen the medicine, health and life sciences program, our applications for medicine, the deadline for medicine 2021 entry will be the 15th of October this year, right? For exceptionally for medicine and dentistry, right? In terms of medicine, students also need to write UCAS, need UK CAT scores. You'll have to apply through UCAS, but you need to appear for UK CAT, and you need to submit your UK CAT scores with your application by the 15th of October. For other programs, we are quite open, and the first deadline for UCAS is the 15th of January. There are two ways where you can apply to the university. One is through UCAS, and if at all you're not applying to any other UK university and you're just applying to Queen's as a university, you can make a direct application to the university. You can contact the South Asia office, and we can share the application form with you, and you can just fill in the paper-based application form and apply to the university. For medicine and dentistry, you necessarily will have to only apply through UCAS. There is no direct application for medicine and dentistry. When you talk about the requirements, broadly speaking, our entry requirements range somewhere about 70 to 85% in your grade 12 for most of our programs, but exceptions being law, actuarial sciences, medicine, dentistry, where minimum requirement is a 90% with individual subject-wise requirements as well. Right? When you talk about the English requirements, we accept students from a CBSE, ISC board, anybody who has a 70 plus in English to be exempted to write an IELTS. But any student who is also from Gujarat State Board or Karnataka State Board, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and West Bengal will also be given exceptions. Anybody who stands out of these state boards will have to write an IELTS. We also are accepting PTE for this year, in rare circumstances. Now, when you talk about the scholarships, we have not yet announced the scholarships for 21 entry, but if you see here, the scholarships will more likely be same to what we are offering for this intake. So we only offer the first year scholarship, and the scholarship will be an automatic scholarship based on your application and your merit, which can range anything between 2,500 to 3,000 pounds depending on your application. We also have two Vice Chancellor scholarships, which are full fee funded scholarships and is open to all international students all across the world. So this is a very competitive scholarship, but also needs a separate application after you get an offer from the university. The other scholarships that we have are Early Bird Rewards, and also we've got an India Academic Excellence Award. So this is an exclusive scholarship meant for students from India, from 50 selected schools. These schools are listed on our website. If you need more information about the schools that fall under the India Academic Excellence Award, you can contact us, and we can let you know individually about this. And this is a 7,500 pound reward on your first year scholarship, first year tuition fee. And early bird reward is applicable over and above whatever scholarship you receive. You can get additional 10% discount if you make a full fee payment for your first year. So this map basically gives you a snapshot of how widespread the university is, and where, just to give you some whereabouts in terms of our university buildings, the offices, the faculty offices. So if you see, everything in gray on this map are buildings of the university. Anything whatever you see as an orange bubble here are our accommodation. So if you see our accommodation, they're very close to the main university campus, and they are just about 10 to 15 minutes from the main campus, right? You also see we also have a whole range of cafes which are available across the across all the campuses that all the campus buildings that are there. And also when you see each of the schools have their offices all across, spread out in different parts. So so if you see just down here on the right hand side is Riddle Hall. This is the place where our management school is based out of, and you will have a school office here as well. So you will not be and also if you see there are 3 accommodations just there. So everything is very accessible. You do not really need any transport, or you do not really need necessarily to be to have maybe a bicycle is just enough. You don't really need to get onto a bus to reach different parts of the university campus or the city center. Everything is just very walkable. But in case there are students who do not like walking, they can just there are students who've got bicycles to just commute between the different parts of the university. So this is just a video to give you an idea about the university. This is the main university building. The name of this is Lanyon Building. And when you talk about the university campus, we also rank in the top 15 most beautiful campuses in the world. Just moving forward, our library is quite famous in terms of the architect. It's built on the, it's very similar to the Harvard Library, and the interiors of this are just very new, and it's a very newly built facility at the university campus. Just adjacent to the university building, we've got College Gardens and the physical education centers right there. This is the EMS village which you just saw in the video, and this is mostly for UG students, and we have a dedicated accommodation for students also. It is called Willowa, but this accommodation mostly will cater to UG students. And we have 24-hour security on the campus. All our accommodation, like I said, are just very walkable. They're just 10 to 15 minutes away from the main university campus, depending on what program you're studying. And we've already discussed a lot of points mentioned on this website, but something that is something very important for students here is that the accommodation is available in a whole range, a price range, which starts from £75 and can go up to £180 per week, depending on the type of accommodation you choose. Right, so a £75 accommodation is typically a twin sharing room, compared to a £175 accommodation, which are generally en suites and studios. So depending if you want, you want more privacy, you could choose your accommodation accordingly. And also, we also accept students who have some, preferences. If students want to share a flat with the same sex, or they want somebody a flat or flatmates with some typical eating habits, we have those facilities and we try and accommodate them as much as possible. But it also depends on what time of the year you are applying. So if you apply early in the recruitment cycle, there are more chances that you will be able to get those facilities, and we'll try and accommodate your requests. And contrary to a lot of universities where accommodation is only guaranteed for the first year, we guarantee and students can return back to the university's accommodation even in their second, third, or the fourth year, depending. If they're wishing to stay on the university campus, the accommodation is offered all throughout the program. This is just another video for you to again just have more idea about Belfast as a city and the university. Again, any student who is interested in sports, we've got all the facilities in the PEC center. We've got badminton courts, we've got basket, netball, 2 indoor swimming pools, we've got tennis and other facilities for students to participate. Also, apart from PEC, we have more than 200 student we have societies and clubs, ranging from photography to cooking to cycling to and also as a country, we've also got a South Asian student society which is quite strong, and the SAS actually most of the times it's called SAS. So the SAS basically organizes a lot of events on the university level, wherein people from all across the university participate, and they celebrate Diwali, Holi, all Indian festivals. And also for students, there are grocery stores where you can buy all your South Asian spices, all your herbs, everything is available, and they're just very accessible and walking distance from the main university campus. So this just brings us to the end of the presentation, and we'll be very happy to address any questions. If you want to just raise your hand, and we can try and get questions.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Nita. It was a very thorough presentation from your side. So now we are open for questions. So any one of you who wants to get your queries resolved, please drop in your questions in Q&A box. So we have a raised hand also. So this is Sushma ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, please unmute yourself. Yes.
Here I have. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Hi. Yes. Okay, Almas, my question is, I've got 2-3 questions. Can I ask them in one go?
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is in connection with your physics program. Yeah. I have students right now who are in the 11th or in the 12th. One of them is very interested in sound engineering and acoustics. Do you offer anything in this?
We've got programs in physics, but we do not really have anything with sound. What we have for physics is theoretical physics, and we've got astrophysics.
Okay, you have astrophysics.
Yes,
All
we
right.
do. Yes.
So it all right. Another so you don't have acoustics or sound engineering. All right. Another thing is, do you have a course on photography along with history? The student wants to do a bachelor's in photography with history.
We don't have photography as a program, but we've got media with history, but not photography.
So you have media with history. So is photography part of it?
Yes, it is a part of it, just as a module.
Okay, this girl is totally hell-bent on photography.
No, we don't have photography as an individual program.
So when you look at Queen's at Belfast, what would you, which course would you say, yes, this is our strength? Which course would you call
So if I will not be able to pick one program, ma'am, but if you say, in each faculty, I can tell you, so for medicine, health, life sciences, we are one of the top ranked for pharmacy and medicine, medicine and dentistry. And when you talk about our engineering strengths, we have a couple of programs there. So computer science is our, our strength. We also have research center for computer science, for cybersecurity in specific. In medicine, we've got cancer research. So just sticking to EPS first. So we've got computer science, mechanical. We have excellent industry connections where we work with all F1 racing companies. For electronics, again, we have excellent programs both for undergraduate and even for students who are progressing to an MNG degree. Excellent connections with for electronics as well. And when you talk about our arts, humanities, and social sciences, we have programs in our management school is one of the top ranked, and we've got excellent programs in business and management. Finance is our key strength, where we have a very exclusive program where we give a hands-on experience to the stock exchange and trading room. It's a replica of the stock exchange. And the other programs in the arts, humanities, are anthropology is an excellent program if you have any interested students there. And also law is a very competitive program, and it is one of the best. We have one of the best moot courts as well across the UK.
Do you have anything like actuarial science?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We specialize in actuarial science as well, but it's a very competitive program where the requirements are a 90%.
Okay, thank you. All right, thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your questions. So moving on to the questions that we have in the Q&A box. So yeah, so Sushma ma'am's question only. So she says, do you have a course on astrophysics?
Yes, I've answered that already.
Yeah.
Do.
Yeah. So next on is Bhavika. She says, what all programs are offered in music?
This is for an undergraduate program, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
So we've got a bachelor's in music, and we have music performance. We have quite a few in music actually, and we've got music and sound design as well. So 3 programs for music. One is a bachelor's in music, one is BA in music performance, and the other one is we actually have 4. We also have music and audio production.
Okay.
You want me to put the
yeah, if you can elaborate on that.
Yes, yes. So each of these programs are 3 years, and depending on whatever program you choose, the core modules will be different, right? So if you look at the bachelor's of music, wherein we will generally talk to you and teach you more about the music in history and the fundamental harmony, introduction to composition. All of this will be taught in the bachelor's of music. So it's more about how how you're composing music really, right? When you talk about the other programs which we have, so for example, say music and production, we will also teach you other aspects of audio production in that program. So apart from what you will be studying in bachelor's in music, you will also be studying more about songwriting, composition, more about sound design for screen, sensing systems, music psychology, all of this. So depending on what combination you choose music with, your modules will change a bit depending on the program. And again, the requirements for entry requirements for all the programs are more or less same, wherein we require your undergraduate, your grade 10 to 12 to be about 75% to 80%. 75 mainly, and also we will require some individual modules depending on what courses and what subjects you are studying.
So Harshit says, does QUB offer any specific bachelor's course in mechatronics?
We don't have mechatronics, but like I said, we have a bachelor's in mechanical engineering.
Okay. So what will be the requirement for mechanical engineering? Any specific
Again,
competitive exam that you are looking for?
No competitive exams for any of our programs apart from medicine and dentistry. All other programs, the application is assessed on your grade 12 scores and any extras that you have done. So if you've done any community service, any work in the NGO, anything that you've done as a hobby or as an initiative yourself, of course that helps you build up your profile.
So, but as these days, this mostly students in India are giving SATs and
Yes.
they're giving the JEEs. So does it count any extra for the student who are applying?
I'm not really looking at SATs really. Just your grade 12 scores are enough for us to, that
Okay, so it will not give you an extra edge if you have
really.
a good SATs. Okay.
No.
So Dipali says, do you have any interior designing courses?
No interior design, sorry.
Shrestha says, do you have any combination of dentistry and management course?
This is a very strange combination for us. No, dentistry is a very intensive program in itself, and we do not offer any blended degree for dentistry. It is a very intensive and a very specific to medicine, health, and life sciences. We do not offer any interdisciplinary program with dentistry.
So next question is from Harshit. He is saying, what is the full procedure of getting into QAB as an engineering undergraduate student? What's the timeline of all events, and what are the tests we have to take and the minimum scores? I think we have covered this. If you have, except SAT, was it? We have already covered this.
So just in terms of the procedure, Harshit, we would recommend that you start early off, because that's the time when you as a student also have time for your board exams. So because after that you're very busy with your pre-boards and everything. So anytime post September is a good time for you to start with your application process. If you're looking for the 2021 entry, you can start anytime post September this year. So in terms of your procedure, in terms of your application documents, you require a letter of references from your school. Your school can give you those. Again, you need predicted scores to be given by your school, signed and stamped by your principal. Apart from that, you have to submit a statement of purpose as to why you are doing this program, and there are a whole lot of guidelines for you to study before you start writing your statement of purpose. And then your copy of your passport and your grade 10 and 11 scores are just enough for you to make an application, based on which the university will be able to assess your application and will be in a position to issue and give you a decision. So at this stage, if your documents are suffice and your predicted scores meet the entry requirement of the university, we will then generate a conditional offer letter for you, which will be based on the condition for you to submit proof of meeting, whatever requirement for engineering in your actual grade 12 exams.
Okay. So meanwhile, you can drop more questions for the university. So next up is Bhavika's question. She says, I wanted to know more details about music production and its details. Where can I contact you about it? So she wants your contact details also.
Yes, I will. Can I put them in the chat box, Almas, or how does it work?
Yeah. You can put the contact details in the chat box so that everyone can have.
Just if I say, you can just contact the South Asia office, and we will get, we can discuss this at length at that time.
So I have a question for you, Neeta. Like, given the current situation, the pandemic one, so what are the precautions the university is taking regarding the international students, and what about the online classes that other universities are conducting? Is it the same for your university also?
So see, the university actually has been very, they've taken this at a very early stage. All the precautions and the measures at the university are taken care considering the safety of the students. So initially, for all the students who were at the campus during when the pandemic actually started, the university suggested all the students to travel back to their home countries just to ensure that they are with their families. But for students who were on campus were taken care with utmost priority, and we had dedicated people visiting them every day to deliver all the daily essentials so that the students don't really have to step out of their accommodation. For all the students who will be fresh, who will be going into the university now in the year 2020, the university has very cautiously taken a decision to start in September, third week, wherein we have made arrangements for the students to quarantine. So as per the current UK norms, there's to anybody arriving from any outside any country outside the UK have to be quarantined, self-quarantined for 14 days. So as per the current norms, the university has made arrangements for any student traveling to the UK and coming to Queen's University. The arrangements are done by the university, and they will be quarantined in a special accommodation arranged by the university on campus. And everybody will be taken directly from the accommodation to the quarantine center,
Okay.
which is one of our dedicated university accommodation.
So
And again,
given the yeah.
And we've
No,
also
that's okay.
made arrangements for students for meals as well. So anybody who wants to enroll for the meal plan will also be provided all 3 meals by the university.
Okay. So given the current scenario, like there are no airlines or they're not
Correct.
able to travel right now. So will you be starting with the online classes then?
Yes, we do. We do have arrangements for anybody who is unable to travel and make it to the university campus when the classes start. We have arrangements for online classes. But at the same time, we are also discussing options for students to be in a charter flight, which will not only be a charter flight for Queen students, but along with other universities. We're trying and partnering with other universities and see if there are anything that can be worked out for students to be, at the university campus on time.
So thank you, Neeta. Moving on to Shrey's question. He says, how many years is dentistry and what are the requirements for it?
Again, dentistry is a 5-year program, and you have to make an application through UCAS by the 15th of October this year, wherein you also need UK CAT scores. And in terms of the entry requirement, you require a 90% in your grade 12, and you also might be interviewed online for your aptitude test. For your
Okay, so Harshit here writes, is 86% in 10th CBSE board results good enough for getting into QUB?
Only consider grade 12 scores at first, but if at all there is any lack of a mark or two, we would then look at your grade 10. But more specifically, for most of our programs, we only look at grade 10 maths and not your overall score as such.
So I want to invite more questions from the attendees. Please drop in your questions in Q&A box. So meanwhile, scholarships, you were talking about scholarships. So what is the criteria? I mean, concrete, I can say a concrete solution for the students to get these scholarships.
So see, everybody in India, all students are very eager to get scholarships from all universities, right? So one scholarship, like I mentioned in the session today, we've got the international scholarship, which is assessed based on the documents submitted by the student, and based on the student's profile, they are awarded anything between 2,500 to 3,000 pounds. Now we also have a few specific scholarships for students from 50. We have 50 chosen schools mentioned on this university's website. And any student applying from those from those schools will, if at all they submit a separate application to the university and they're selected, they will then be able to get a £7,500 scholarship for their first year tuition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, apart from which, we also have 2 fully funded scholarships, but that are very competitive. Those are open to all students.
So you were talking about a portfolio. They have to make a portfolio for themselves, for a profile. So what are the
Yes.
So what things do you actually look into for a profile?
So see, when I say profile, it literally means your grades, any certificates, any extracurriculars that you have done. And also when you talk about our application to the Vice Chancellor's Attainment Award, there we actually require another application where students, as of now, the requirement is that they have to make a 2-minute video answering the question that the universities asked them, right? So it is just a video why they think they should be considered for the scholarship, and it just depends on how well the student answers that. And it does not have to be it doesn't really have to be filmed very nice, or it is just pure content.
So do you have any sports related scholarships also?
No.
So moving on to the questions from the attendees, Dipali says, what are the requirements for BA English or English Honours, and what is the duration of the course?
So again, a BA English is a 3-year program, and English is a very competitive program at the university, just because of the reason that as a university, we are quite famous for our English programs. And in terms of our entry requirements, we require about at least 80% from students from India. And we do not really have any, any other requirement apart from your 80%.
Okay, so no competitive exams.
No competitive exams.
No IELTS for English Honours also.
So again, for IELTS, it stands the same for all programs except for medicine and dentistry. If you have if you have a 70 plus in your grade 12 boards English, you will be exempted to write an IELTS.
So is it not necessary to give IELTS? Do the students not have any visa related issues?
No, not at all, because the university, when they issue a CAS to the student, the English proficiency is mentioned on how the university has assessed the English for that student. So everything is mentioned on the CAS letter.
Okay, so it is not required for visas also.
And also, just when we talk about visas, South Asia office, actually all students who have applied, we've had more than 99% success rate for students applying for visas for Kuwait. Okay. So there should absolutely be no problem.
So next up is Rachna's question. She says, please inform about the courses in psychology at master's level, duration, fee, recognition, and the acceptability rate in India, job opportunities in Ireland or UK post-degree. And she wants you to specify the entry requirements for that.
Again, when you talk about psychology, like I said, psychology is one of our key strengths. And psychology is a very competitive exam, and it can take a little longer for you to get a decision on psychology, because all the applications are assessed by the course director. Again, in terms of the psychology programs, we've got psychological science, we've got clinical health psychology. So clinical health psychology literally is the entry requirements for all our programs are about a first class pass in your undergraduate degree, which means if you are assessed on a percentage basis, you have to have a 60% and above. If you are given a CGPA, you need to have about a 7 out of 10 CGPA. Right? In terms of the fee is approximately a £20,000, 20,800 for this year, and we might have a 5 to 7% increase for the fee next year.
And she wants to know the acceptability rate in India and job opportunities in Ireland.
See, our psychology programs is recognized, so there is no problem in terms of acceptability. But when you talk, if you talk about the application, we have about out of a very few applicants actually get through psychology, because it is your statement of purpose apart from your basic requirements, which makes your application stand out. So if at all you've done any community service, anything that you've done over and above your qualification is something that will help you build your profile to be selected for the psychology program. So psychology department is very, very specific for the students that they take on to the program, because we've got very limited number of seats for each of those programs.
Thank you. Moving on to the next question. Bhavika says, what is the average financial aid offered? And also, what is the duration of music production course?
Music production, again, like I mentioned, is a 3-year program. And I do not really understand the financial aid, but I'm
I think this is scholarship, yeah.
Yes.
So it will be a yearly one, or how it will be distributed, yeah.
Yeah. So like I mentioned, all our scholarships are only for the first year, except for the school attainment award, which is the £7,500 also offered in the first year. So if at all you receive your scholarship, which is the international scholarship, it is for the first year, which can be anything between £2,500 to £3,000. The other one is the vice chancellor's attainment award, which will cover all 3 years tuition fee, and you only will have to take care of your living expenses. Okay, and apart from that, the third scholarship is the India Attainment Award. If at all you are a part of those 50 schools listed and selected by the Queens, which are mentioned on our website, if at all you receive that scholarship, you will be then eligible for a £7,500 scholarship for your first year. Second and third year, there will be no scholarship. Over and above all the scholarships that I've mentioned, everybody is also eligible for an early bird discount, which is a 10% tuition fee discount on your tuition fee, right? And irrespective of whatever scholarship you receive from the university, you will be eligible if at all you make a full fee tuition fee payment for the first year within the timeline mentioned by the university.
So do you also actually offer any co-ops during these courses? Like any internships, or if a student wants to work while studying?
Absolutely. So Almas, depending on what program the student chooses, so just just to pick a few programs, all are engineering programs for that reason. So talking about aerospace, mechanical, electronics, all these programs have an option for a 3-year or a 4-year degree. So a BEng can either be a 3-year or a 4-year. The only difference between a 3-year and a 4-year program is that in a 4-year program, we have an internship included for 1 year. So basically, the student will study at the university for the first 2 years. Third year, they go for the internship, which is a guaranteed internship given to them by the university. Fourth year, they again come back to the university and complete their degree.
Okay. So moving on to the last question.
And this is also again a paid internship. Depending on the type of the company that they go into, they're also paid.
Okay. So moving on to the last question for this session. So Harshit is adding on to his 10th standard marks. He says, I also have experience in robotics field. I was selected among top 25 innovators in India by Niti Aayog under AIM initiative. And the project I made was selected among top 50 in India by Niti Aayog and top 100 by Avishkar. I also have done an internship at IBM. Also, I have been a national level athlete. Will the university consider these accomplishments when reviewing my application?
Absolutely, Harshit. That's a very strong profile when I just look at it at the moment. But definitely, if you meet the requirements and you have all your documents ready, I would suggest that you just apply with all this mentioned in your CV, and you prepare your statement of purpose depending on what program you're choosing and what you really want to do after you finish the degree. And of course, it is quite an impressive profile for an undergraduate student especially, and you have done something related to robotics, and if you take that forward, of course, it's just going to help you enhance your profile and help you in your undergraduate degree as well.
Yes, definitely. And for any further info, you can definitely contact Neeta or Aditya. They have given their details in the chat box, I guess. Yes, yeah. So you can definitely contact them. They will help you in your further requirements. So for now, I'll take your leave. And thank you for joining us today, all the attendees. Neeta, thank you. Aditya,
thank you so much for this platform, Almaz. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for joining in today.
Thank you very much. So I think we have something. Okay, so Harshit says I cannot see any contact details in the chat box.
I will
so
just,
yeah. If
I'm
you
just
can
going
just
to
quickly
drop
share it. Yeah.
I have put all the email IDs.
Analyst and attendees. Yeah. So Harshit, you have the email ID in the chat box. You can save it. Till then, stay safe and stay healthy, people. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.